Your parents are always going to judge you, and you cannot change your perception of how your parents look at you. They're always going to have this perception of you, and they're only going to change how they think about you if they really want to. So you might as well do what you want with caution. Hello to my whole world, I'm Koja. So today I'm going to be doing a video that's different from the videos that I've posted so far, and it is going to be the things I wish that I knew in high school. You don't have to listen to me. I hope you get a kick out of it. You don't have to take my advice. You're probably already doing what you're already doing, and I love that for you. But this is just me speaking on my experience, and I hope and pray that nobody is making the same mistakes that I did when I was in high school. We're just gonna get started. If you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of me and my content. So let's get into it. So back in my day, I'm just playing, y'all. I graduated in 2021. The year before was COVID. If I could do a do-over, I will most definitely do that do-over, because it's just like there's so many things that happened that I wish that didn't happen, and I would like to do it over just so I could have a better experience. I could do better and right by myself, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're just gonna get into the tips that I have. First thing that I wish I did when I was in high school is I wish that I did not procrastinate. I am probably the queen of procrastination. If you tell me to get something done today, it will be done next month. It will be done next year. That's me. Being that type of person, it's like you have to be under pressure to work and to work efficiently. Some people work best like that, but for me, I felt like it always set me back, because when the due date came, I was always rushing and scrambling to get my stuff done. Don't do that, because then the pressure is going to become too much, and then you're not going to want to do it anymore. It's like, oh, it can get done. Like, oh, I have time. And when it's time for it to get done, you're stressing over it. Like, how does that make sense? Do your fucking work. Make sure that you turn it in before the due date. Bitch, it could be 1 minute before the due date. Make sure you get that shit done. One thing that I would say that really helped me out when I started to get my stuff in order is I would pace myself. Like, I would probably do half one day, and then I'll do the rest another day. Easy. Ask for help if you need to. Do not wait until the last minute. Please. Please. It's gonna help you a lot. Something that I wish that I did, number 2, is try something new. One thing that I can definitely say in my high school years is that I never really did anything outside the box. I took the classes that I needed to, and I never really stepped outside my box. And when I wanted to step out of my box, it was too late, and COVID hit. It was terrible. Do sports, join a club. Even if the club isn't anything that's like beneficial towards your academics or anything, just being a part of a community in school really helps you, you know, like fit in or find your place, because now you're in a setting where it's just like people are coming to this club for this specific thing that may be, you know, something that may be something that you like, that may be something that you want to try out. Just having that sort of community, having people you can relate to on that level, really helps you a lot. I've been in 2 clubs. It was in my freshman year and it was in my junior year. I was in a K-pop club in my freshman year. Despite the fact that it went down really badly, I don't know if you guys want me to tell the tea on that. It was really fun, especially with the fact that, you know, like K-pop wasn't really popping back in the day. I don't know if it was. I wasn't that big of a K-pop fan that I was, you know, before. But, you know, I had my little groups that I like the little BTS, you know, a little Bangtan Sonyeon, you feel me? Twice. I like God 7, I like Day 6, I like Hard. I had the groups that I like, and I had the groups that I enjoyed. I feel like that period, 2016, 2017-ish, was like one of the best years for K-pop. And you can argue with me on that. Yeah, 2016 is when BTS came out with that. The peak time normal, bitch. Like, you can argue with me on it. It was like one of the best years of K-pop. I was always one of those type of people that didn't really fit in, and being a part of something like that, even if it was after school, even if it was like, you know, like once every, you know, couple of days, it's like being around people who I can relate to on that basis really just made going to school worth it. And it's just so fun. The second club that I was in was in a journalism club, and that was in my junior year. year. And I'm not gonna lie, that was fun as well. You know, taking pictures, you know, editing the yearbook, doing my little thing. I also went to, you know, high school events so I could take pictures. I was one of the people that would like interview people. Sometimes in the yearbook they would have you like ask questions to students, like random questions, and it was like, that was really fun. I went to homecoming for the first time like ever. Like, I've never been to a homecoming rally. I'd never been to a football game until I actually got into my journalism club, and that really set into perspective for me that there's so much that you could do in the school, and there is so much you can do in the school, bro, if you just open yourself to it. Even if you don't join a club, go to high school events, go to your prom, go to your homecoming, go to a football game, go to, like, I don't know, movie nights, or like participate in something. I don't know. Your high school experience is for you to experience things, you know, like this is a step towards, you know, individuality. You have to make, you know, experiences yourself. Of course, sometimes they're going to be handed to you, but the school is there and they have these things for you to participate in. And even if you don't get into one thing, there's always going to be another thing that you can get into. You can take, you know, advantage of that the way that I did it. Opening yourself to one thing is going to make you open yourself to many other things. Like after that, I was like, I really want to join a step club. I really want to do this. I really want to do that. You know, I want to try this, like for the first time ever. And it didn't happen, and I wish that I actually took that chance when I did, but I didn't, just because I was closed off to it. I really hope that other people don't get to experience that, because, you know, it's kind of sad looking back on your high school years and you don't really have anything to show for it. Number 3, know who your true friends are and stick to them. Do not switch up on your friends, and I'm gonna tell you that from experience. Do not switch up on your friends, especially freshmen, or maybe you've been in high school for a while and you're just changing and you're growing and you're having, like, you have new interests and you're having all these new experiences, and it's affecting you as a person. You know, you and your friends from middle school, you and your friends that you had for like the past couple of years, you guys probably aren't going to be like this anymore, and that's okay. If you guys have a mutual understanding that you guys are growing apart, then there's nothing to worry about. Even though, I'm not gonna lie, some friends don't like that and that may cause drama, but hey, nonetheless. But another point that I'm trying to make, a lot of the times high school can become really overbearing, and it was really overbearing for me. I felt like I really didn't have anybody to talk to, especially with the personal problems that I had. I was having a lot of mental issues, and it was really hard for me. One thing that I wish that I did, I really wish that I was more open with my friends. Friends are not just there for like keys and, you know, laughs and giggles. If it's serious to you, then you should be able to talk to your friends about it. And if you cannot speak to your friends about it, about something that's bothering you or complications that you're having, then why are you considering them a friend? Like, I understand, me personally, I have friends that I still have from high school. I wouldn't call them bad friends at all. They're super fun to be around, always listening to me rant. They're amazing friends. The thing that I really wish that I did, I always feel like my feelings are always a burden. And, you know, like being around a friend group that's all key and laughs and giggles, like, you don't want to ruin that vibe. You don't want to bring your negative energy around them. I get that. I understand that. There's no problem with, like, you know, communicating how you feel to them, because, you know, they're your friends. They're here to listen to you. They're here to be for you the same way that you're supposed to be there for them. I'm not gonna lie. There are gonna be some times where, you know, the situations that you have, you can't really just communicate them to your friends. You may need somebody, you know, who's in the faculty. That's understandable. But make sure the friends that you have, you can depend on for that. And the friends that you have can, you know, have your back. You know what I mean? Like, make sure that you know that. And make sure that you take pride in having friends like that. Number 4, do not be afraid to be different. I was always one of those people. I'm not going to say that I stood out from the crowd, but I was definitely one of those people who didn't have it. I grew up with an immigrant family. I grew up with a conservative ass, strict ass Haitian mom. I had a different experience than other people did in high school, and I didn't get to experience certain things that, you know, other people could. I personally wish that I didn't compare myself so much to other people. Somebody is always going to look better than you. Like, you're always going to look better than somebody else. Wishing that you were this person is not going to improve yourself. The only thing you really do is find out who you are. High school is literally the years where you can get to express yourself how you want to. I'm gonna be real. Forget about your parents. Let's be real. because this isn't their years. They aren't experiencing what you're experiencing, and they're not doing what you're doing. You really have no obligations to listen to your parents unless it's about your safety. I've seen people literally be held back by their parents because they're so scared of what their parents may think. Your parents, especially if you come from a household like mine, your parents are always going to judge you, and you cannot change your perception of how your parents look at you. They're always going to have this perception of you, and they're only going to change how they think about you if they really want to. So you might as well do what you want, with caution, of course. Caution. I'm not saying, go run the streets and, take drugs or whatever, even though I did that. When it comes to expressing yourself and being who you want to be as a person, don't let anybody take that from you, no matter if they're your parent, no matter if they're your family, no matter if they're your friends. Don't let anybody take who you want to be away from you, and don't let anybody make you feel bad for being who you want to be. I do see a lot of kids on TikTok, they're expressing themselves, they're getting in the Y2K, they're wearing the cottage core to school. I'm like, okay, y'all dressing down. Like, I wish I had that in school. I wish I was able to do that in school. Like, most of my high school years, I cut my hair off and I was walking around with a hoodie. I was walking around like I was a fucking maintenance man in high school. Like, I kid you not. I kid you not. This day and age, I see a lot of people being who they want to be at such a young age, and that's inspiring. You should take inspiration from those people instead of being jealous that you're not them. But yeah, that's all that I really have to say about it. I hope that you took something away from this video, and if you did, give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.